We've got a 04 Toyota 4Runner here. It's got 2 keys. Looks like a factory key and like an aftermarket key. No fob though. Keys fit the door. So starts right up. It's got 215,000 miles, and we'll give it a walk around. All the cosmetic stuff, there's a lot of cosmetic stuff, and give it a test drive. All right, we'll get some AC going too. So let's start with the outside. It's got white paint, just basic white. Plenty of scratches, stuff like that. The front's pretty good shape. It's got rock chips, you would expect. The paint's semi-glossy. The kind of clear coat on these on Toyota white colors just fades, including like that Sienna has the same white. It's a 2011. It still fades. Just Toyota white, for whatever, just fades really well, or really poorly, I mean. But it's kind of dull here. It's got these all-terrain tires that are in good shape. All the wheels have like pitting and corrosion. You've got door scratches all kind of in here. All that stuff there. Some scrapes here and there. And then you got, you know, pretty good tires in the back as well. Same thing with the wheels. It's got a tow package. You've got some chips here. Looks like a sticker they peeled off and took some paint with it. You got just a little bit of, that's just from the rubber trim, just got wet and like dripped down. This side's a little better shape. Wheels and tires, same thing on this one. Tires, same. This side's a little more glossy than the other side for whatever reason. Tiger tires also. It's missing some caps that go on these rails. So engine's quiet and smooth. It's the V8. The only evidence we have of the timing belt being done was at 98,000 miles. In the Carfax, it doesn't show that it's been done recently, so it's probably due, honestly. It's got a new battery. Appears to have some audio set up at some point in time. All the fluids are full. As far as the windows, this window switch appears to be like cracked here. They all work, but I guess the actual like clip or whatever it might be. So yeah, like I said, all the windows work. Power locks work. This mirror works, and that one works also. As far as sunroof, it's working. So sunroof opens, and tilt works as well. And then the back window works also. It's got seat heaters. They are hot. They're already warm. I feel them The AC is blowing really cold, so AC is nice and cold. It's got like the compass in the mirror. As far as the inside, we got some wear on the steering wheel right there. Got volume controls, radio, horn works. The steering feels nice and tight actually for the miles. It's got 215,000 miles, no engine lights on, except for there's a VSC and a traction light on, which is typically going to be related to like a ABS speed sensor, something along those lines. I want to say, I remember on this one, the fuel gauge doesn't work. Like, it's full of fuel right now, but when we would fill it up, I think it stayed on empty, but now it's reading full. So I think that like it doesn't calibrate properly, but I remember this one being completely full of fuel because we were making sure it had gas in it. But what it would do before is it would read empty, but now it's reading full. So maybe it worked, maybe not. I'm not too sure on that. Maybe it's like very extreme, but not like accurate. As far as radio sounds good. It's got the JBL audio. All the dash is cracked. That is a Toyota feature, apparently. They all do that, even the Lexus. It's got your manual in there, your radio manual, little radio remotes. And the carpet, you got some heel wear right there. Of course, you got the little seat here, the leather's worn. The power seat, all the power seat functions work there. Back here, the seats are in better shape. That little, I think this folds down flat. You got rear AC right here that is blowing nice and cold from the front, and some kind of display that's not working. Maybe it's like a radio display or something. I'm not too sure. And back here, got this little cover. Looks like the remnants of a speaker wire here. And then this little thing is present, your cargo cover. Which, how does this thing work? Yeah. There we go. Got your jack and tools in there are present. And there's a spare underneath. It appears to have been like a solo driver because like the back seats are all pretty clean. Even the passenger side's in pretty decent shape. So it doesn't appear to be like a family vehicle. This carpet's a little dirty here. We didn't detail it like super heavy, but it's got some discoloration. And then we'll look up under the undercarriage. See no active oil leaks or anything like that. I see a very like hairline crack going down right here. Really can't even see it unless you're like looking right at it, but you can kind of see it there. One second, let me talk to these people and I'll come back. All right, so we're here for the test drive. We're gonna take it out on the highway. I got a big bump right here that will listen for suspension noises. So I'm not hearing anything. The suspension is tight, the shocks are all good. The front end is really tight actually. And we'll get up to about 75 miles per hour on the test drive. The AC is really cold. It's actually really nice right now. It's got dual climate control for passenger and driver. Guess we're gonna try the heater real quick. Not really want to. Yeah, it's hot. It's too hot. It's got your cruise control, which comes on and off. So driving it, it's shifting really smoothly through the gears. So that's through all the gears. It is shifted really nicely. When we get on the highway right up here, I'll like lay into it, you know, pretty hard and like accelerate pretty fast. But it's really smooth actually. And then I'll kick it down to fourth here and we'll see. So you see it's in all the gears. It's got 5 gears total. This is the same test drive we use when we inspect all the vehicles. We try to get it through every sort of driving condition to test everything. You've got a little Bluetooth speaker up here for the radio, so assuming you can do phone calls and stuff like that. Wipers work, washers work. The rear wiper, let's see. Oh, you can't really see it, but it works. Hopefully that was visible. Now right here I'm gonna stop and get on the highway like pretty aggressively. And then when I get off the highway, I'll do a hard brake for the pads and rotors to test them. Yeah, pretty quick, good shifting, no hiccups in the shifting at all. And we're going 70. And here I'll put my hand out the wind, you know, there's no vibration or weird like noises or anything like that. It's very solid. It's driving very straight. So we'll get it right in the middle. And with it right in the middle, it drives very straight. The road pulls a little bit to the right because it's shifted, but like the actual steering wheel is straight ahead. It's driving straight ahead. And we're going 75 right now, so there's no tire balance issues. There's no loose suspension, shaking or wheel problems. There's a little bit of wind noise from possibly somewhere out there, maybe. Maybe it's like it's very light. I'm not hearing it very like heavily, but if the radio was up, I wouldn't hear it at all. It may even be the radio, actually. No, it's a little bit of wind noise. Then here I'm gonna brake pretty aggressively with my hand off the wheel and see if it has rotor problems. Alright, so in 3, 2, 1, up. Oh, somebody's behind me now, but so I'm hitting the brakes pretty hard. There's no vibration. There's no pulling. The blinker is blinking kind of fast, so we'll double check the turn signals. But here I'm gonna brake again really hard. You see my hands off the wheel. You see the steering wheel didn't move at all. Alright, so that's the 4Runner. That's a good test drive. That's about almost 5-6 miles. And didn't find any concerning issues. It's all cosmetic stuff.